I'm Mike.
And I'm Emma. Today, we're exploring a topic that many people can relate to. Why do you feel more depressed at night? It's a common experience, and yet it's not something we talk about enough.
That's so true, Emma. For some reason, emotions can feel heavier when the sun goes down. Whether it's loneliness, overthinking, or just a lack of distractions, nighttime seems to amplify those feelings.
Exactly. In this episode, we'll dive into the psychological and biological reasons behind this phenomenon, share some personal insights, and offer practical tips to help you navigate those difficult evenings. Mike, let's start with the big question. Why does nighttime feel so different?
Emma, I think one big reason is the lack of distractions. During the day, we're busy with work, school, or social activities, but at night, everything slows down. That stillness gives our minds the space to wander, and not always in a good way.
That's such a good point, Mike. And let's not forget about overthinking. When it's quiet and there's nothing else demanding your attention, it's easy to replay conversations, worry about the future, or dwell on past mistakes.
Absolutely. And I think another factor is loneliness. If you're spending the evening alone, it can make those feelings of isolation more intense, especially when you're scrolling through social media and seeing other people's perfect lives.
So true, Mike. And biologically, our bodies produce less serotonin at night, which can affect our mood. Combine that with the natural drop in energy levels, and it's no wonder emotions can feel so heavy. Another factor to consider is sleep, Mike. When our sleep patterns are off, it can have a big impact on how we feel at night. Have you ever noticed how being overtired makes everything seem worse?
Oh, definitely, Emma. When you're sleep deprived, your brain is less able to regulate emotions, which can make feelings of sadness or anxiety even stronger. And then there's the issue of circadian rhythms, the body's internal clock.
Exactly. If you're out of sync, like staying up late or sleeping at odd hours, it can throw off your emotional balance.
That's such an important point, Emma. And it's a reminder that taking care of our sleep isn't just about physical health, it's about mental health too.
Mike, let's talk about the role of technology. How do you think social media contributes to feeling worse at night?
Great question, Emma. Social media can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can help you feel connected, but on the other, it can lead to comparison and feelings of inadequacy, especially at night when you're more vulnerable.
So true. And let's not forget about doom scrolling. It's so easy to get caught up in negative news or mindlessly scrolling through posts, which can amplify feelings of sadness or anxiety.
Exactly, Emma. And there's also the issue of screen time affecting sleep. The blue light from screens can interfere with melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep and worsening your mood.
Absolutely. Limiting screen time before bed can make a big difference, not just for sleep, but also for mental clarity.
Emma, have you ever experienced that feeling of heaviness or sadness at night?
Oh, definitely, Mike. I remember when I was in college, I'd lie awake at night, worrying about everything: grades, friendships, my future. The quietness of the night just seemed to amplify my worries. What about you?
Same here, Emma. I went through a phase where I'd overanalyze every decision I made during the day. At night, it felt like my brain wouldn't shut off, and it was exhausting.
It's such a common experience, Mike. And I think sharing these stories helps normalize it. You're not alone if you're feeling this way. It's something so many people go through. Let's shift to solutions, Mike. What's your first tip for someone who feels more depressed at night?
My first tip is to create a bedtime routine. Having a consistent routine like reading, meditating, or listening to calming music can help signal to your brain that it's time to wind down. What about you, Emma?
That's a great one, Mike. I'd add journaling. Writing down your thoughts before bed can help you process your emotions and let go of worries. It's like offloading your mental load onto paper.
Absolutely, Emma. And I think practicing gratitude can help too. Listing a few things you're thankful for can shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right.
That's such a good point, Mike. And I'd also suggest limiting screen time an hour before bed. Instead, try activities that help you relax, like stretching or taking a warm bath.
Great advice, Emma. And one more tip, if loneliness is a factor. Consider connecting with someone earlier in the evening, whether it's a phone call, a quick chat with a friend, or even spending time with a pet.
Mike, while nighttime sadness is common, there are times when it's more serious. How can someone tell if they need professional help?
That's a great question, Emma. If you're consistently feeling sad or depressed at night, and it's affecting your sleep, relationships, or ability to function during the day, it's a sign you might need support. What do you think?
I completely agree, Mike. If the feelings are intense, persistent, or accompanied by thoughts of self-harm, it's so important to reach out to a mental health professional.
Absolutely, Emma. Therapy, counseling, or even just talking to your doctor can make a huge difference. You don't have to navigate these feelings alone. Emma, let's talk about self-compassion. How can being kind to yourself help when you're feeling down at night?
Self-compassion is so important, Mike. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd offer a friend. Instead of criticizing yourself for feeling low, remind yourself that it's okay to have tough nights. It's part of being human.
That's such a great point, Emma. And I think self-compassion also means giving yourself permission to rest and recharge. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is just let yourself feel and take it one step at a time.
Absolutely, Mike. It's not about fixing everything in one night. It's about being gentle with yourself and knowing that tomorrow is a new day. Mike, this has been such an important conversation. Nighttime sadness is something so many people experience, but it's often misunderstood or ignored.
I completely agree, Emma. To anyone listening, if you're struggling at night, know that you're not alone and there are steps you can take to feel better. Start small and don't be afraid to reach out for support.
And remember, your emotions are valid. It's okay to feel sad or overwhelmed sometimes. What matters is how you respond and care for yourself in those moments.
Well said, Emma. Thanks for tuning in to the English Dialogue Podcast. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might need a little comfort during their tough nights.
Until next time, take care and be kind to yourself. You're doing better than you think.